Storyboards are a great tool once you get used to using them. This first lesson will focus on defining a storyboard and explaining its purpose. Therefore, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to define what a storyboard is, describe how storyboards can help to organize content and add value to your e-courses, describe how storyboard creation can minimize rework and save time, and explain when to create a storyboard. Okay, so now we are going to talk briefly about what a storyboard is. I don't want to spend too much time here though, going through the theory, because if you've visited my website, ecoursealley.com, you know that I talk about helping to engage your audience and get to the meat of your course content pretty much right away, so that your audience knows what they will be working towards. So over the next few slides, I will briefly go over what a storyboard is, a brief history of the storyboard, and why you need one. Most people, when they think of the word storyboard, probably think of it as something that movies or plays use to plan out their scenes, dialogue, etc. This is what a storyboard is, but it can also be used for planning out or creating a blueprint for other things like online courses. So essentially, a storyboard is a blueprint. In the context of creating e-courses, it is a blueprint that course creators make in order to plan out each screen in their online courses, including text, media, interactions, and so on. So you can see here, this is a storyboard template that I'm going to explain in a minute. So a storyboard includes text that will appear on screen. So this is the text area here. The descriptions of media. So that would be over in this area here. And these can be either static images, video, animations, etc. What narration text will have to be recorded. So this is the area right here. So this is just like what I'm saying right now. This will all be placed in the storyboard first. Well, most of it. I may ad-lib a bit here as I explain these slides, but the gist of what I'm saying was all in my initial storyboard for this course. And lastly, the instructions for how the learner will interact with the slide contents and the sequence of how the multimedia elements will appear on screen, such as what order they will appear in. So this is the area right here where you'd see the instructions. To elaborate a bit more on the last item, there may be slide interactions that will be played out by the learner, if this is a self-paced lesson that is, or when certain aspects of the media will appear, like I already said. Sometimes the course creator may not want all the media to be displayed right at the beginning of the slide, but come in at various points as he or she narrates the content. This would all be explained in the instructions. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the history of storyboards. Storyboards actually date back to the silent film era and were extensively used by Walt Disney in the 1930s. And then later grew to popularity in the 1940s in order to pre-visualize films before they were produced. Even though when you hear the word storyboard, you think of film production, since this use was how they originated, they are also used in theater, in animation and special effects works, comic books, in business to produce promotional videos, commercials and client presentations, to create novels, and more recently in web development, software development, and instructional design. So now we're going to take a little break and you can go try your first knowledge check question. So I'll see you back here in a little bit.